back. So, as you see, got the scales out, back on the Vendetta. We're going to do some balancing or preload setting. But one thing I wanted to try before I get into all that is I talked about these lines that are in here, and on the hexes there's these indentations, or they're out. They're basically nubs sticking out of the hexes. And what's going on when you put the wheel on, let me get something in there to raise the back of this up. What happens when you put the wheel on and you get it in there, you can see all this wiggle. Now it's not going into these grooves, and the surface of this hex is not flat, so that's creating a little bit of wobble because you're only tightening it from the center. So I'm going to try applying a little bit of heat here because I don't want to take a grinder and do that, and then I'm going to bolt it on and see if we can get those to melt in to this a little bit better. They put these on so that the hex itself, it doesn't have to rely on the hex here. It'll have some bite on the face of it and hopefully stop stripping out the hex, which is great. Problem is that it gives it a wobble when you tighten it down, when it's not as precise as it should be. So we're going to see if this works and go from there. I can't heat it up too much because, like I said, this is all plastic. That on. Got a bolt in here. As you see, no wiggle to that wheel now. And now we got a straight wheel. So let's take a look at this thing and see what it looks like. See if those indentations got any deeper. Not really. Oh, they did get a little deeper. lines did go deeper. A little bit of taper on the axle too. I don't know. Might just end up yeah, that seems to work. Flaring it out a little bit seemed to work better than heating it up. There's a taper to the axle and it's like it's pushing onto the plastic but not evenly. Yeah, it's nice and straight now, both of them. That's strange. So it's like the taper on the back has to open up a little bit. Seems to be where my issue's at, rather than that face. But let me get it set up on the scale now. There we go, there we go. All right, so you have to zero the thing out. Everything's zeroed. Straighten out my wheel. So, front right, front left. So left and left. So the side with the battery is really heavy. So right now we are 53% in the rear, 47% up front. So the front is lighter than the rear. So I'm going to bring you guys down. We're going to take a look at this scale. All right. So right here, 53% rear, 47% up front. But as you see, rear left, which is the side with the battery, 647.3. And this shows really heavy right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some spring tension off right here. There we go. That makes more sense. So I've taken all the preload out of this. We're at 693 and 888 on that side. So we're going to add some preload back over here. See if we can get these numbers, we want them as close as possible. So when you add spring pressure here, it lightens up over there. So we're going to take some more out of this. Went a little too far. So 830. That's what I hate about this tool, is that it literally powers off. We're going to zero it out, clear everything. We're going to do it again. So we're 830, 740, 760. So 803, 779. So 796, 786. Now let's do the rear. Or let's do the other side. So we're 849, 930 on the left rear. Let's take some out of the left rear. As you see, right rear went up, this went down. We got to add some. $894, $883. I don't think we can add any on the other side. Take a little bit more out. It's really heavy in that corner. 784, 782. 938 to 850, that's not too bad. 793 to 774. The front is way better. Remember, this was over 1,000. I think it was 1,030 on this left corner. So I think that's a pretty good starting point right there. And we should be really good right there. If you can't really get it like perfect. Some cars you can, but this ain't too bad, especially with the big 6S pack in here. So I like to get it on the scales, see how far off I am. And right now we're 53% rear, 47% front. And there we go, not too bad. We're 50-50 right to left. So our left to right, our spring pressures are pretty good. Still 47% on the front, 53% on the left. Or the rear, I'm sorry. So rear is 53%, front is 47%, and we're 50-50 right to left. So that's not too bad. That's basically what we're looking for. We're a little heavy on the front left. Rear left, we're also a little heavy. But overall, we're not too bad. 1693, front left, right rear. So this is our cross. And then right here, front right, right left, or rear left. So front right, which is this corner, and rear left, which is this corner. So we are 50-50 here and 50-50 here. So that's a pretty even car, considering all our weight is right here on our left side compared to our right side. I'm going to leave that as a good starting point because my right to left is pretty even. And we'll see how it does. And then we have 50% in the rear. Now you can add weight to the front, a little bit of weight with the wheel weights to get some weight on the front to get it 50-50. And if it starts to try to backflip, we'll do that. We'll probably add some more weight to the front. But with this body, I think we're doing pretty good. So this gives me a good starting point with this RC. I'm going to charge up a pack, get it out, and go rip this thing. And see how straight it'll go with a good wheel on it. And what we've done with our preload. With a big pack in here. Now, if I change the battery pack and I put a bigger pack, of course, it's going to change what it does. But because we are staggered on our weights, we should be okay on a pack. It should even out the whole thing. But we'll see. This is just the way I do it, whether it's right or wrong. I look at the bigger numbers, the overall, versus the little ones. The little ones I use as an adjusting point, which corner I want to adjust. And then I try to get this 50-50, and I also try to get this 50-50. And that would be a perfectly balanced RC. But we're a little heavy on the rear, probably with the diffuser and everything on the back of this RC. It's just a little heavier. Plus we have our rear springs. Remember, they're all the way down, and our front springs are pretty much all the way up. But that's just the way I do it. Let me know what you guys do. Always curious to see if anybody does kind of the same things I do. But there we go. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching.